welcome to Midnight Who Extra, and it is our very first Hula Days episode. And tonight, what are we talking about, Watcher?
Tonight we're talking a Christmas special episode entitled The Last Christmas.
It's basically Doctor Who meets aliens and Inception. It's a very mind-bending, very twisty episode, but I kind of liked it.
Only you did.
Well, what did you think about it?
Worst episode of Doctor Who? No. Actually, it was pretty good.
You know, I think of it, there's one big negative I have with this, though, is this is a really good ending for Clara.
Yes, it is.
And that last 2 minutes, well, kind of ruined it. You know, because her at the old age saying goodbye to the Doctor could have been a really good ending, and then she decided to stay. I didn't like that.
And Stephen Moffat
choosing
to let his characters leave once more.
You know, we still had Danny Pink and all that. So besides the whole Clara thing, let's just get aside of that. Let's talk about the story itself. Did I like it? Well, kind of.
It was unique in a weird way.
Pretty much what the Watcher said. There was these moments that you felt this is going to be a good episode. But then there's those moments you're like, what are you doing, Doctor Who?
Oh, basically anytime Santa showed up.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Santa. Do you think Santa was meant for the story? Do you think it was a good idea to have him in it?
No. He ruined the mood of the episode. It's supposed to be this, dark and kind of twisted episode.
But you can kind of see why he was in it, because they wanted to show that was their link in the dream world.
Why do they have to make it Santa?
Well, you know, an interesting thing about Santa Claus is there's something coming in this year's Christmas special in the fact of a superhero. Yeah, Doctor Who's doing superheroes now. So, Santa to superheroes. Oh, Doctor Who. Oh, Doctor Who, we love you.
All right.
I don't know which is worse, superheroes or Santa Claus and Doctor Who. Which is worse?
I have no idea.
I'd rather not know. But let's first talk about the facehuggers.
No, they're the dream crab.
Fine, the dream crab. Sorry, I'm
stick a long tubular object down their throat while attaching...
What? Okay, watch it.
Yeah, okay,
watch
they're definitely the face huggers.
Watch it. We're a children's channel, you know. We don't want to give graphic images, you know.
What? Oh, come on. I was not meaning it that way.
Oh, sorry, my brain just went there. I went through high school, okay? You did too. It ain't pretty, man. But yeah, the Dream Crabs were a very interesting villain in this story. I really liked them. Did you like them?
All right.
Or did they feel kind of like, okay, what's going on here?
Well, yeah, that's kind of exactly what it was.
It's like, okay, first you get the weird thing about this episode is the structure. Let's start with the opening. Clara wakes up in her bedroom, goes to her roof, and there's Santa Claus, 2 elves, and a flying reindeer.
It was 3 flying reindeer.
Yeah. Did that feel like, okay, what the heck episode am I watching? It's titled Last Christmas, supposed to be on a base in North Pole, and now I'm getting...
And why is Clara here?
Yeah, we really didn't like Clara, did we, at this point? But the weird thing is, so back in 2014 when this episode came out, yes, it was that long ago, the idea of Clara staying along felt really bad idea.
Yes.
But then Series 9 came along, and now we feel a little bit better. Except whatever happened in Hellbent, which we don't talk about. But
we don't talk about Hellbent.
But yeah, what's interesting though about these dream crabs is how they made the Doctor and Clara and all these people in a dream, then into another dream, then into a dream, then another dream sidetracked. Okay, lots of dreams in this.
I wonder what that reminds me of.
What, you're thinking Inception now?
Aren't you?
Yeah, I know. The weird thing about this dream, though, is it made me think of one thing. One big thing. I'm like, so it's in a dream, and within a dream. And then the Doctor, a year later, in the next Christmas, says, I'm going to need a bigger flowchart. Remember that line?
Yes.
So now we need a bigger flowchart to keep track of what's happening in this episode.
Yes.
But overall, this episode was unique. It was a very unique Doctor Who Christmas special. It wasn't like other of Moffat's. It may have said Last Christmas, but it really didn't have much to do with Christmas.
Or last.
Except for that one big thing, is I think this was Clara's last Doctor Who episode. So the title of Last Christmas actually made a little bit of sense. Because every Christmas is Last Christmas is what Danny told her. Danny Pink, dream sequence with Clara. That was a very interesting scene. What do you think?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? You probably just turned on the television. Okay, let's see. Danny? Again?
Why is he back?
Danny was a very interesting character in this series, Series 8 of Doctor Who. He at times felt like a pointless character, but at other times he felt like he was needed. Which is not a bad thing.
I always felt like he was a pointless character. There was no reason to bring him back.
Add a little spice to Clara's life, you know, as they say.
But there was no reason to bring him back.
Well...
He had a great ending.
Now, what's funny is, didn't Clara have a good ending?
Yes.
And then, so what is Last Christmas? Is basically, if you think about all the Clara stuff and Danny stuff and get rid of that in the episode, this is a very good story.
Yes.
I really like a lot of these side characters that were introduced. I don't remember any of their names, even though we just watched this episode 40 minutes ago.
What names? They had names?
We're going to call them Old Man.
Well, what did the Doctor call them?
I don't even remember that, do you?
No.
Let's just call them Person A, Person B, Person C, Person D. But then again, you won't know what we're talking about.
Well, there was the boss type.
We got the boss. We got the boss type, which was the old woman.
We got the ditzy one.
Which was definitely the blonde woman.
The scientist type.
Which was definitely her.
And then we have the man.
Yes. But who was the first? We got... Man, see, we don't even remember the names.
Nope.
You know how we're going to do this? With the help of images. This help. Do you agree, Watcher?
Yes.
I still don't know which one is which, because we're going to do that in editing. So for right now, we're not going to refer to any of them. But yeah, to me though, the side characters, they were kind of needed as the crew, let's say.
Yes.
I really liked them. They offered some really interesting bits to the story. I really liked the ditzier one.
Yes.
And how she danced her way through them.
Yes.
And I think one big part of this episode we need to talk about is the way that person died. He got sucked into the screen. I know I've seen that somewhere, but it was still very interesting.
Feed me.
Yeah, it's Lantern.
Yes, the Idiot's Lantern.
The Idiot's Lantern. Feed me. Yeah, that was...
That's where it reminded you of.
But overall, I liked it. The death of all those things coming. And then it made Santa's purpose in the story make a little bit more sense.
Yes.
But overall, this story was really good. It was a very dark Christmas tale.
Which I happen to like.
I really liked it because it was a break from Moffat's previous stories.
La, 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 la.
Yeah, pretty much happiness-ish. But one thing I can say is, this is the first Doctor Who story from the Capaldi years that made me like him as a Doctor.
I agree.
It brought a lot to him. I liked how he actually kind of loosened up at the end, and he actually flew the sleigh.
Mm-hmm.
But to me though, I like that. I give the story a lot of credit for letting me actually start to like a new Doctor. So let's give our overall thoughts. What do you think overall of the story?
C, 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10? I'm going to go for an 8. There's a lot of moments in the story I really liked. I liked it being a dark Christmas type of tale. I called it more of like a nice little different tale of Doctor Who. Even if it reminded us of a few movies. And
yes.
They even referenced one in the episode. They
yes,
actually referenced one. Alien.
Yes, they did.
But overall, good. Moffat, you did somewhat good job. But, then you did Husbands of River Song the next year, and now you're doing The Return of Dr. Mysterio.
The Husbands of River Song wasn't bad.
No, it was pretty good. But I'm hoping that he can continue it with the third Capaldi special with The Return of Dr. Mysterio.
Yes.
Because so far, I've really enjoyed these Capaldi Christmas specials. They offered a little different tale. And I'm really hoping The Return of Dr. Mysterio will offer that. Do you agree?
Yes.
Well, I think that'll be it for this review. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time on Midnight Who Extra. I'm, of course, Edward the Professor.
And I'm Stephen the Watcher, and have a fantastic night.